Have you ever wondered how to improve your work-life balance at home? It can be hard at the end of the day to put the work aside and just enjoy your time off from work because it feels like things are always pulling you back in. What can you do? I'm going to talk to you today about 4 different approaches. There's not necessarily one size fits all, but you may start to think more about how you can improve your work-life balance from these tips. My name is Ken Okel. I'm a professional speaker. I talk to audiences about ways you can improve your performance on the job. Here's tip number 1. This is a philosophy where you have a very strict policy. At the end of the day, you unplug. When you're done at work, you're done at work, even if you work from home. Once you're done, you're done. You're not going to go check your email. You're not going to respond to text messages. You are focused in the moment wherever you are, and if that's home, that's where you are. I realize that for many people, this is not possible, but some feel that strict interpretation of work-life balance is important. For some, it may be a situation where you try it for a week or two, see if it works, see if it's a good fit for your position. You may be surprised to find out that unplugging doesn't result in the end of the world, as most problems can wait a little while. The second strategy is all about having some limited time for catching up on work when you're at home. This usually happens when someone has a set amount of time where they will go and check email. So maybe a half hour, let's say after dinner, they log back into their work email, they respond to any text messages, return some phone calls perhaps, but it's only for those 30 minutes or so. You're not going to be spending all night on it. It's a limited time. Basically, you're trying to make sure that when you get in the next day, you're not overwhelmed. So by taking a little bit of catch-up time when you can really focus, you're able to save yourself some pain later on. When it comes to improving work-life balance at home, for some, it is all about family time. That is extremely important to them. They want to be present in the moment when they are spending time with family. And for them, that ability, it is like an extra perk. It is like a raise at work. It is something they value. In these situations, I think if you're starting a position or you're rethinking how you're going to do your job, make sure that people understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, and especially why it is important to you. You're setting up a boundary. You're saying, this is more important during these times. This is what I'm doing. Don't even try to call me or reach out to me. I won't be responding. I will catch up with you tomorrow, and I will be fully present in the moment. Not everyone can do this, but I do respect those who really understand where they want to draw the line. Finally, there are those who take a much different approach to work-life balance when they kind of say, in my current position, balance is impossible. I'm probably going to be working more than I should, but in this situation, it is for a goal. It may be that they're in a position that is very demanding, but over time, they'll be able to go up to a better position, maybe one that pays better, one that has better hours and fewer distractions. So they are agreeing to kind of make a sacrifice for a while. The understanding here is there is an endpoint. There needs to be an endpoint down the road. Those are the 4 approaches. I'm not saying one is better than the other, and I realize in a lot of positions, you can't just do one all the time. There are busy periods of the year. But start to think about what might be the best fit for your work-life balance. You may discover that it is possible to do your job at a very high level and not be plugged in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You don't have to act like a convenience store. For more about me, go to my website, kenokel.com, just like my name. While there, you can look at some of my speaking presentations. You can listen to my podcast, The 2-Minute Takeaway, and you can read my many articles. I'm Ken Okel. Take care.